Guys, back to our YouTube channel. Thanks for your great support. Ensure umelike hii video ili iweze kufikia watu wengi kama kawaida. Na nasema asanteni sana, na wale wageni ambao wanatazama kwa mara ya kwanza, please kwa mioyo mikunjufu ensure umesubscribe ili kujiunga na sisi. Nasema asanteni sana kwa hizo likes na kwa kujiunga na hii channel. Without wasting time, unajua guys, uoga saizi umeisha. Kuna wale viongozi unajua nilikwambia aje, na attack Rais William Ruto akiwa mbali. Unaona, mtu anaweza simama kwa hii rally leo aseme Kasongo one term, sijui nini muuaji and so on akiwa mbali. But wakati ambapo rais yako pale wanakuanga waoga sana. You can just imagine chenye imefanyika pale Makueni. Unajua Rais William Ruto ako na ziara pale 5 days tour upande wa Ukambani, and alikuwa upande wa Makueni. And I want to tell you, uoga umeisha. Kama huyu ni mama anajaribu confronting the president face to face, unajua si eti yako wapi hapa na hapa umenipatia microphone niongee. So acha nikwambie the truth. Na ndio maana huwa nakuambia wakati ambapo rais atafika mahali fulani, then mtu tu atolewe from nowhere azungumzie kuhusu venye William Ruto anaendesha Kenya, then utakuja kuona atazungumza the truth. Yale mauchungu ambao wanapitia watazungumza. Lakini ukienda leo na uchague mtu useme wewe ndio utaongea rais akiwa, so hizi ni doo zako, uongee vizuri. Unaona? So lazima ata defend. That's why unaona upande wa Makueni huyo member of parliament alipewa nafasi kuongea. And William Ruto amezoea demolishing Stephen Kalonzo and Rigathi Gachagua kwamba ni watu wajinga. So kabla tatufike pale, unajua William Ruto alisaidiwa na Rigathi Gachagua sana. So baada kuingia pale akamfukuza, then anaanza kumuita mjinga. And that's why hizi remarks za President William Ruto zinamfunga na akakuwa attacked. Sikiza.
Resettlement action plan. Kwa nini hizi nyumba inakaa bila kujengwa? Kwa sababu Mutula analetewa nyumba na unakuta ana pesa ya kuhamisha wananchi. Project inachukua kitu kama miezi 3 bila implementation. So it's my honest opinion, because this is my field. Watu wa housing board muweke some money for resettlement so that the exercise becomes good. Lastly,
asante.
Social safeguard specialist. As a social safeguard specialist, hakuna mtu aliumbwa na sura ya Mungu anaweza kuwa bure kabisa. Kila mtu ameumbwa na sura ya Mungu, hata awe bubu ana kitu iko ndani yake. Hii maneno ya kusema sisi tukiwa opposition ni bure kabisa, sipendi. This is a masters. Yule Susan mnaona hapa, huyu Susan ni master's order. Kwa hivyo wakati tunafanya siasa, give us space, let us grow with respect. Asanteni sana na karibu tena.
Asante sana. Mama, ni hawa watu walisema wale watu ndio hawana akili, hawana mpango. Ama wale majamaa wako na mpango? Wako na sera?
Sio mwanaume, ni mwanamke. Yana alionyesha William Ruto haibu, aliashame the president. What do you think? Kufikia hapo, what do you think? Kumechemuka bana. Second story of the day. Huyu Pastor Ongilo. Mjaluo bana. Huyu jamaa ako na 2 things amejaribu kuexpose pale. Kitu ya kwanza anasema ya kwamba hizi regimes zote ambazo zimekuwa, then William Ruto ameingia. So regime ya William Ruto ndio imeua watu wengi sana. Sikiza.
I don't think there is any government that has killed its people more than the Ruto government in the history of Kenya.
I mean,
onegoji of stress to jibeda abducted to kunwangu modhiye.
Ngoja.
So what do you think huyu pastor anamaanisha? Kitu ya kwanza, kuna hapo ka ukweli huyu pastor anajaribu kutaka kuexpose kwamba even hii kifo ya Raila Odinga inafaa kufanywa investigation thoroughly kujua nani aliua Raila Odinga. Hiyo ndio point number 1. Number 2, huyu jamaa anajaribu tu directing his points to the president kwamba mambo yako ni mabaya, prepare to pack and go 2027. Unaona guys? Number 3, Huyu jamaa aliattack huyu jamaa aliattack wale CSS ambao wanatoka upande wa Luo. Ni wawili tu. Sikiza.
I don't think there is any government that has killed its people more than the Ruto government in history of Kenya. Koro Ruto has good meaning for us because he's giving our dead state funeral. When you die and you are given a state funeral, now everybody follows you because somebody has been given a state what? Ofo or nama. Because when Opio Wanda is made a CS and Buddies made a CS, you are all over how you are enjoying in this government. You know, the irony is, people from Mount Kenya have got 6 or 7 cabinet positions and over 6 PSS. And they're being treated as if they are in opposition. It is the Luos who are in the government. Things are happening. But what are our leaders telling us? What is Mbadi telling us? That they are family in broad. Now wanasema hatutoki because this is the first time we are enjoying the fruits of broad-based. Sebe tukapenjo gimulo. Ni wangneka jo Luo kuongo bedo cabinet secretaries. Okay, rodongo mamo ginika to niluongo nango. Ndolo ayo ringo girika. But they were occupying the same position. I've heard it more than 10 times. When somebody says, Nijo Luotinde ko odonje sirikal manepo kodonjo guy, and there are only 2 cabinet ministers in Luoland. Tokinemorone gina uchiel. Maybe some of you are not born. Yet our people are still suffering. Suffering over things that they could get solutions over. You know, there was a time it was all said that the Luos are very cheap people. Now what you remember this history, isn't it? Has your price gone higher now, or you are still just cheap as you were that time? Look at your neighbor and ask him or her, how cheap is she or him? Because when Opio Wanda is made a CS and Buddies made a CS, you are all over how you are enjoying in this government. You know, the irony is, people from Mount Kenya have got 6 or 7 cabinet positions and over 6 PSS, and they're being treated as if they are in opposition. It is the Luos who are in the government. Who is mad in this arrangement? Maybe my mathematics is poor. Who is mad in this arrangement? I counted them the other day. There are about 8. The Mutahi Kagwis of this world, the Lee Kinyanjuis. And then what are you delivering by being there? Is there anything you are delivering? You have become a choir and a chorus. I don't think there is any government that has killed its people more than the Ruto government in history of Kenya. Kok onegoji of stress to jibedo abducted to kunwanku modhiye. High cost of living. But our people have been hoodwinked. And anywhere they are singing songs that we don't understand. Dongenewa winyo Ruto no mayo Raila kura. Koze macha ni wuondo wawuona no komayo Raila kura. No, let us speak the truth. Then we have been cheated. A state funeral. Koro Ruto has good meaning for us because he's giving our dead state funeral. When you die and you are given a state funeral, now everybody follows you because somebody has been given a state what? Ofo or nama. Where are we headed to? Where are we headed to? Because the Bible says here that those who would be reckoned as righteous are those people who are taking care of the needy in the society. If you cannot pay people who have genuinely worked, and then you are running with the choppers that you are doing empowerment. Empowerment my foot. Yule mtu wa soprano, leo ako siji wapi, the next day ako somewhere because he's doing what? Anafanya nini? What kind of empowerment are you doing when genuine workers cannot be paid what legally belongs to them? You know, the single most problem in Kenya is that people are competing at who can steal more than the other. We have a hungry government that is looking for any means of income so that they can fill their pockets. If you cannot pay people who have genuinely worked, And then you are running with the choppers that you are doing empowerment. Empowerment my foot. Don't go in your empowerment. Yule mtu wa Soprano, leo ako siji wapi, the next day ako somewhere because he's doing what? Anafanya nini? What kind of empowerment are you doing when genuine workers cannot be paid what legally belongs to them? We are in a sick nation. A very sick nation. Mnajua dereva akiwa shetani, na dereva akiwa shetani, mwisho wake tuko hatarini, and we must admit that. One single thing that we are lacking in the personalities we have everywhere is integrity. Somebody who would stand and say what he means and means what he says. Most politicians are thieves. Yeah, some of them are my friends, and I know most of them are thieves. There are few of them who have integrity, and they can be counted. You know, the single most problem in Kenya is that people are competing at who can steal more than the other. Katakira ngojo mimi, your head of state commendation, some of them are thieves.
Watu kama kina John Mbadi wamekatalia pale ndani. In fact, John Mbadi is telling us that yeye atakufa na Rais William Ruto. Jua anajua tu Raila Odinga ndo alikuwa amemshikilia mkono. So, iwapo ataanza kupiga serikali ya William Ruto, then automatic anaenda kwa chest out na hakuna place atakuwa endorsed. Unaona, hakuna place atakuwa supported.
Ruto, Mama Aida and the family, together with the Greater Jaramogi family, I bring my condolences. Baba was particularly many things to me. He was my father figure. He was my mentor. He was my advisor. And above all, he was my role model. I must thank the Almighty God for granting me the opportunity throughout my adult life until Baba's untimely demise to work very, very closely with him. Some of the things that we went through, there were good times, and indeed there are also bad times. But the bad times were too many. Some of these things I can only perhaps in the future record in a book. As I conclude, as we send off this giant of a man today, let me say this. Early this year, Your Excellency, Baba Raila Odinga did pay me a visit in my office at the ministry. And he told me that work for your country selflessly, that support your government fully. He concluded by telling me, Your Excellency, that he has been in many political arrangements. He has been in many political partnerships. But he has come to learn that, Your Excellency, President William Ruto, you are sincere. He also told me that you have demonstrated to him utmost goodwill. And therefore, as I conclude, one lasting tribute, the only lasting tribute we can pay to Baba and to perpetuate his legacy is to enhance and continue with the partnership that he started with President William Ruto. There are people, Your Excellency, who have worked before with Baba, but all that time, Baba ended up with the short end of the stick. Baba ended up with a raw deal. We must applaud you, Your Excellency, on this day when we send off Baba, that you have done us proud as a community of this region. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Asante.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency the President, Mama Aida Odinga, Menping, the lady whom I think the entire community should be very proud of, together with the entire Raila Odinga family. Leaders who have come here, I have a few remarks to make, because this is the most difficult day of my political career ever since I joined politics. I know the reason why I've decided to be strong is that I'm aware that if I went ahead of Raila, he would be strong for me. And therefore I've decided to be strong for Raila Odinga today. But it was not an easy day. Let me say the following. Many of us here know Raila as Baba. Many know him as a Jacom. Many know him as a Gwambu. We know him as Tinga. We remember him as Nyundo. He is Okegonea. He can be everything. He sounds very big. But we must remember, for some of us, that Raila started small. Raila worked hard. Raila remained resilient. Raila remained patient to reach where he is. I remember in 1992, 33 years ago, when I was a student at the University of Nairobi, Raila was running for Langata parliamentary seat. He could come to my room, Block J, room 19. Later, Block B, in Malindi, Block B, room number 2. Planning on how to win Langata. That time, the politics of Nairobi was volatile and violent. There was Jeshi la Mzee, led by Fredo Mulogumo. There was in Embakasi, David Mwenje. In Kibra, in Langata, we had Kimani Rugendo over Fodasili. Very violent campaigns. All the university students from main campus, Parkland and Chiromo were in the payroll of Mulogumo. He had to come to Lower Kabete, where I was leading the student leadership to get support to win his seat in Langata parliamentary seats. That is how Raila started. Raila is a patient man. That is why he has reached where he has reached. But let me say the second. Raila was a forgiving man. Many people here betrayed Raila in one way or the other. Betrayed Raila in one way or the other. I remember in 1996, when Raila took on Wamalwa Kijana for Ford Kenya chairmanship, all the leaders of the Luo community, members of parliament, Raila only remained with Dr. Odinga, his brother. He remained with Jobomino from Kisumu. He remained with Fibasio from Homa Bay. He remained with Rojode. He remained with Tom of Nyatike. And he remained with Owina Chola. And remained also with Ochiengbeo from Madari. All those people apart from Omino and Fibasio, all those won their seats in by-elections. Raila soldiered on, despite the fact that the Luo leadership had deserted him. But now, he has died when all the Luo leaders are behind Raila Odinga, Agwambo Tinga. I am happy that, Baba, you are going ahead of us without me betraying you. I was behind you. You are with me. You gave me positions of leadership when nobody imagined that I could lead. You made me the assistant minister in the office. You made me the longest serving chairman of your party when you were alive. You made me minority leader. You made me Minister of Finance, the first Luo to be a Minister for Finance in the Republic of Kenya. Baba, thank God that I never betrayed you. Even when you gave me the sad news that I was not going to be the governor for Homa Bay County, I still stood behind you because I know why you made that decision. Baba, will not disappoint you. I will not betray you. The only place where we disagreed and you allowed it is that you are supporting Arsenal and I'm supporting Manchester United. Allow me to say the last word, my brother in Kijaluo. Joturwa, 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 Musa wakaiwa. Kane Nyasaye oneno ka jo-Israel osethagore higni no miyo gi Musa. Musa nowuotho e bungu. Ji nondhogo Musa. Jo-Israel nomondhoge. But notero jo-Israel mogik e dho River Jordan. kano neno kana lokaja to kono jo Israel ni kanane cho piny mang'ich, piny man gi mor kich, piny man tie chak, badok na chop kodu. Abro weyo nu ji toka ka, joma biro tero u Kanan. Abro weyo nu Joshua, abro weyo nu Harun, jogi biro kao, biro chopo kodu Kanan. Buda mawantiere ni, Raila osedhi, Awa Musa osedhi, ang'eyo ni Joshua nika, Harun nika. Kisomo Deuteronomy chapter 34 verse 8. Tija kisomo Numbers chapter 20 verse 29. Jo Israel kane Musa to, Harun boto, negi kwayo 30 days, magi yuago go jogi. Wakwayo 30 days kako ganda, mono wa mon Raila. Bang 30 days, wabiro miyo direction, kamo ganda Luo dhiye. My last word. As a community, Your Excellency, and I want to tell you this, don't be shaken. As a community, there is something we believe in, that a leader, before he dies, a leader knows his death, but he doesn't talk about his death. He will show his people, before he dies, what he wants to be done. He will show his people where to take everything that he has. Raila showed us before he died that he wanted us to be in government. As a community, as a party, we will be in broad-based government. We will support broad-based government. We will work with you. Mara yud thuolo mamoko aywago osiepna, lakini awegi kanyo. I want to leave you with one verse, that is Luke chapter 9 verse 49, when Joanna came to Jesus and told Jesus that Ruth waneno jomoko ka riembo jochiende to giluongo nyingi, to wakwerogi nikech gin achiel kuomwa. To Yesu nokone ni uneno utimo marach, ng'ata ma ok omon kodwa.
Unaona guys, mambo yamechemuka completely. I can tell you. Your thoughts uniambie kwenye comment section. Siku njema hadi wakati mwingine. Bye bye.